Your love is like radiant diamonds bursting inside us, we cannot contain.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Faith and Family. I hope you're having a wonderful first week of Easter, because there's multiple. I am, because the sun is out. It is shining. It's beautiful outside. We had some rain. The plants got a nice drink. It was needed, but I am so glad the sun is back out and it is warm and sunny outside. So for today's activity, we're actually going to go outside and we are going to do an Easter scavenger hunt. So if you'd like to do this at home, you can go onto the St. Gregory's website and go to the Faith Formation tab, and the list of things that we're looking for are going to be on that tab. So you can print them off or just look at them. Be sure to go with a grown-up or an older brother or sister or a grown-up friend, and be safe when you go outside. But yeah, it's just 6 things that we're looking for. You can print off the list and participate along. But we're going to go head outside right now and look for our different clues. All right, so Cece and I printed off our scavenger hunt list, and we are going to go find some stuff. Are you ready, Cece? Okay, let's go. So the first clue is we need to find something pointed and sharp to represent the crown of thorns that Jesus wore. So let's go find something pointy and sharp, okay? Here we go. Pointy and sharp. Show me the pointy sharp plant we found. Oh my goodness, so pointy. And this is representing the crown of thorns that Jesus wore. Next, we're gonna look for something that's made of wood.
Wood.
Yeah, to represent the cross. All right, what did you find?
A piece of wood.
A piece of wood, good job. And that's gonna represent the cross. All right, next we have to find something dead to represent Jesus' death. All right, Cece, what did you find?
A branch.
What kind of branch?
It has leaves on it.
Right.
Dead leaves.
Dead leaves, right. The branch all the way at the bottom isn't green anymore. And that's representing Jesus' death. Now we need to find...
These are green.
Those ones are green. Something dark to represent the darkness in Jerusalem when Jesus was in the tomb. Let's find something dark, okay? Hey, Cece, what did you find that was dark?
My shadow.
Your shadow. Good job. Our shadows on the ground are dark. And that is going to represent the darkness when Jesus was in the tomb. Now we need to find something hard and round to represent the stone placed in front of the tomb. All right, Cece, what did you find that's hard and round?
A rock.
A rock. Good job. And that's going to represent the big stone that was in front of the tomb. Now, our last thing, we're going to find something that's alive to represent that Jesus is alive. Hey, Cece, what did you find that's alive?
A bee.
A bee on these beautiful flowers. They're all flying around. So those bees that are alive are going to represent Jesus being alive. There's another one. Great job on our scavenger hunt, Cece.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I hope you had fun joining us on our outdoor scavenger hunt. And now we are going to read a little bit more from our Bible. We're going to pick up where we left off last week and then give you a little bit of a preview as to what we're going to hear in Mass this week. This Sunday is a very special Sunday. It is the second Sunday of Easter, but it is also called Divine Mercy Sunday, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. But the reading we're going to hear about on Sunday, or the gospel we're going to hear, is when Jesus comes back and visits his friends. And the gospel on Sunday is from the Gospel of John. We're going to read from Mark and Luke, but it's a similar story, so it will sound familiar. But we're going to pick up where we left off last week. On Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary, the mother of James, and some other women went back to the tomb. To their amazement, the stone had been rolled away. The women went inside. Jesus' body was gone. Suddenly, 2 men in shining white clothes stood beside them at the tomb. The women were afraid and fell to their knees. One of the men said, "Why are you looking in the place of the dead for someone who is alive? Jesus isn't here. He has risen from the dead." The women left the tomb. They had to tell the 11 disciples right away. There's the women. Most of the disciples didn't believe the story, but Peter ran to the tomb. He looked inside. The only thing he saw was the fine cloth that Joseph of Arimathea had wrapped around the body of Jesus 2 days before. 2 men were on their way out of the city. The men were followers of Jesus. They had believed he was the one who would save Israel. Now they were sad. On the road, they met a stranger. The stranger walked with them for a while. They talked about everything that had happened to Jesus. The stranger told them not to be sad. Everything had happened as God had planned. When the stranger had gone, the men knew that they had been talking to Jesus. They hurried back to Jerusalem to tell his disciples. The disciples were all together. They listened to the men's story. Could this be true? They asked one another. As they were talking, they heard another voice speaking to them. They looked up. Jesus was standing there beside them. The disciples were struck with fear. This must be a ghost, they thought. Jesus said, "Why are you afraid? Why do you doubt? Look at my hands and feet and see who I am. Touch me. Ghosts don't have flesh and bones, as you see I have." The disciples were so amazed they could not believe their eyes. Then Jesus asked for something to eat. They gave him a piece of baked fish and watched as he ate it. There's Jesus eating with them. All right. So we're going to hear a similar story on Sunday. Like I said, it's from a different gospel reading. We're hearing from the Gospel of John on Sunday. And so we'll hear about another man named Thomas this Sunday. And you can join us for Children's Liturgy of the Word, and we will talk about it more. But like I said earlier, it is also Divine Mercy Sunday, which is a really special day for the church. And we are going to talk about that tomorrow. So be sure and come back and watch us at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And we will have more fun and read more stories. And we will see you all then. All right, take care.